Hi, it's Pastor Ken from Northminster Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. Hope you're having a good day and a great week and staying cool in this hot summer days of Tucson. If you've lived here any amount of time, you know how hot it is. A couple weeks ago, I went and saw the new Top Gun movie called Maverick. I love the movie. It is, for me, one of those perfect summer movies. It's got somewhat of a plot. There's some character development, but the real star of the film are these fighter jets and the pilots that fly them, and just the incredible amount of power and speed. For those of you that know me pretty well, you know I love speed. I love going fast. I love roller coasters. I love skiing. Anything that goes fast is amazing to me. And so it was just a fantastic movie. And I shared it with a good friend of mine. So we enjoyed the experience together. It's definitely a movie you should see on the big screen with big sound in your face and in your ears. And then as I came across the scripture that I'm going to share with you for today's devotion, with all that power in those incredible jets, nothing compares to the power of God in our lives. So let me read for you, from Romans 5, starting at chapter 6. And this is what Paul says to us. He says, "You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person, someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Since we have now been justified by his blood, how much more shall we be saved from God's wrath through him? For if, while we were God's enemies, we were reconciled to him through the death of his son, how much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved through his life? While we were powerless, while we were sinners, and while we were enemies, God did all this for us." What an amazing God, what amazing grace that we find in the scripture. And we are reminded of God's incredible power and his incredible grace, that while we were powerless, while we were sinners, and while we were enemies, he reconciled himself to us and us to him through the power of the cross and the resurrection and the person of Jesus Christ. And so if you're feeling maybe today or in the coming days or weeks, you feel like, wow, I'm not sure if I have the strength to go on. I'm not sure if God has the power to see me through what I'm going through right now. Take comfort and strength and assurance in these verses, that if while you were God's enemy, while you were powerless, and while you were a sinner, God can save you. God has the power to do anything in your life. Hope you have a great day, and be safe and be well.